Hotel Horror Stories. Number 1. Back in 2023, 5 of my coworkers and I were sent to a city in Visayas to film a series of videos for work. I'm the writer of the crew, and we had a producer, a project manager, and a couple of camera peeps. 6 people in all. The shoot days themselves were uneventful, but the hotel we were checked in was unique to say the least. The hotel is dated, but looked clean and well maintained. Between the elevators was an altar. I immediately noticed something odd about it. I think some people with the gift can attest to this, but I get the feeling that the figure in the altar housed an ancient being, and not what it represented. Yes, I'm trying to be vague here because I could give the location away. So I stared at the figure in the altar, gave it a respectful nod, and went on my way. If it really were an ancient being, I didn't want to get on its bad side. They reserved 4 rooms in total for us, which was odd because we could have fit into 2 rooms, honestly. I was alone in a 2-person room. Our producer was also alone in a 2-person room. The rest of the team were in 2-person rooms. Whatever, my room was a good ways down the hall from the rest of the team, right beside the fire exit where they store extra folding beds. So, as I was winding down after the first day, I noticed something extremely eerie about my room. The earrings and rings I left on the side of the bathroom sink moved to the other side. There was a presence in the room as well. To protect myself, I tried to sound cleanse my room. I had no salt with me or anything. I slept in the bed nearest to the wall. The entity in the room stayed in the opposite corner. It had no malicious intent or anything. It was just curious that someone was in the room with it. The first night made me feel uneasy, but I got through it. We had a really long second day, so all 6 of us agreed to buy some drinks and just chill in one of the rooms. I stepped out to get some things from my room. Note that before entering my room, I can see the extra folding beds near the fire exit. Before I entered my room, they were all sorted nicely. I went inside my room and grabbed something. I wasn't gone for more than 2 minutes. My door was ajar. I would have seen it if anyone went to the fire exit. So tell me why, when I left the room, all of the folding beds were now in disarray. I was scared at this point. I would have shit my pants if I could. I rushed to the room where everyone else was staying. They must have felt that something was wrong because of my expression. I lied to them initially and asked if we could all stay in that room for the night as a group because I wanted to build rapport. One of my coworkers said that he'll get his comforter and blanket from his room, so 2 of us accompanied him. As they were getting their stuff from their room, I was standing in the hallway. From the corner of my eye, I kid you not, I saw a freaking woman in white crossing the walls of the fucking hallway. Now that really fucking pushed me over the edge, because man, if you know anything about me, I can only feel ghosts since I was a kid. I have never seen them, so I could tolerate them when I encountered them usually. But the energy inside this fucking hotel, I was so fucking strong that I could see the entities now. Not only was I spooked, I was fucking terrified. We rushed back to the room where we all were staying. I tried not to tell them what I felt and saw, but a few bottles in, I broke and finally told them what I saw. Of course, they were terrified as well. They asked a lot of questions, and one of my coworkers confirmed what I saw as well. I sound cleansed our room before we slept. It wasn't enough to dispel the entities, but it kept them at bay until the morning. On the 3rd day, we were set to leave the city. That morning was yet again uneventful, but as we were leaving the hotel, I gave one last knowing look at the figure in the altar near the elevators. It really felt ancient and slow. I don't know how else to describe it. In my head, I told it that we were sorry for intruding in its domain. We left without incident. Number 2. Stayed in a hotel in Quezon City na may katabing mall. Work related to, so I was up and running all day. I was given an executive suite, so nasa higher floors ako. If I remember correctly, nasa 22nd floor ako nun, so halos walang tao sa floor. The rest of my team ay nasa lower floors. I always sleep with a dim light pag nasa hotel kasi hindi ko kayang sobrang dilim sa hindi ko bahay. Pero dahil sa sobrang pagod ko nung gabi na yon, nakatulog ako ng patay lahat ng ilaw. I believe this was somewhere around 11 p.m. Nagising na lang ako bigla kasi may humampas ng sobrang lakas sa likod ko. And I heard a male voice say, "Hoy!" In panic, I reached for the light switch beside the bed to turn all the lights on. Kasi akala ko may nakapasok sa kwarto ko. Pagbukas ko ng ilaw, walang tao. The door was bolted. I checked the bathroom, wala din tao. I checked behind the curtains to make sure na wala talagang tao. I checked the time and it was around 3:15 a.m. Nakapagtataka din kasi I was wrapped in a very thick comforter, pero yung hampas ay ramdam na ramdam ko sa likod ko na parang direct na hampas talaga sa akin. Hindi na ako nakatulog. Waited for breakfast ng 6 a.m. Ate, then checked out immediately after. Number 3. This was in Tokyo. Pagkabukas ng elevator sa floor na pag-i-stayan namin, super amoy usok. Akala namin madaming nagsisigarilyo. Every night, may laging maingay sa kabilang kwarto o di kaya sa taas ng floor namin. Laging may nagbabang sa kabilang kwarto, kaya nafe-feel sa headboard namin. Tapos, nagsastamp ng paa sa taas ng floor namin. Ang gulo-gulo. May mabigat na feeling din kapag nasa CR, pero walang nagre-react ni isa sa family namin. Hanggang sa napansin ko na umiinom ng wine parent ko every night para makatulog daw agad. Nung nasa airport na kami, doon lang kami nag-share ng napansin namin. Turns out, multo nga. May bumulong pa raw sa kapatid ko. And the smoke na akala namin from sigarilyo sa floor, smoke pala siya to drive away them. Number 4. Sa Las Casas de Acuzar sa Bataan. Narentahan ng family ko yung Binondo House. Malaking bahay siya. Gawa sa bato ang first floor, tapos wooden na ang second floor. Tapos may malaking hagdan na wooden na maingay pag may naakyat o bumababa. Looks creepy talaga dahil hindi siya makulay. Hindi din ganun kaliwanag. Siyempre noong gabi na, biruan kami na may multo habang nakain kami doon sa salas ng bahay. Katapat ang dining table yung entrance ng hagdan pataas. Then umakyat na yung iba sa kanilang rooms until dalawa na lang kaming natira. Biglang tumunog yung hagdan na parang may mabagal na bumababa. Inassume ko na nanay ko dahil mabagal talaga kumilos yun. At mahilig rin naman yun magbiro ng mga multo. Akala ko ay tinatakot kami at sasabihang matulog na kasi gabing-gabi na rin yun. Mabilis naman ako kumilos at bata pa ako. So inakyat ko yung hagdan pa second floor. Inaasahan kong andun mami ko. Pag-akyat ko, wala palang tao. Yung malaking painting lang nung may-ari ng bahay ang nandun pag-akyat ng hagdan. Ayun, nagtaka na lang ako, tapos umalis na lang kami at natulog na. Pagdating ng umaga, tsaka lang kami natakot. Number 5. Yung hotel sa may Kawayan Banga, haunted. Nag-check-in kami ng ex ko. Nauna siya nakatulog, pero nagising siya bigla. Nag-aya umuwi, wala pa an hour. Ako, nagpo-phone lang nun. Alam mo yung may nape-perceive ka na itsura sa isip mo? Tapos, unease yung feeling. Pagkalabas namin, hindi siya nagsabi na may nararamdaman siyang kakaiba. Ako una nagsabi. Sabi ko may babae sa ceiling. Galit. Sabi niya, napanaginipan niya daw, kaya siya bigla nag-aya umuwi. Number 6. Nakalimutan ko na anong year. Basta ito yung panahon na madalas kami mag-travel ni GF. Nagstay kami sa isang hotel sa Vigan. Mga 6 ng hapon na kami nakarating dahil sa tagal ng biyahe. Galing pa kasi kami ng Lawag. Medyo luma na yung hotel. Nasa second or third floor ata kami nun, tapos walang elevator. Sa tapat ng unit namin, mismo yung reception area. Parang makitid na hallway lang. Pagpasok namin ng room, may altar ng Santo Niño. Medyo may na-feel agad ako nun. Natakot kasi ako, hindi naman ako Katoliko. Lumaki din kasi ako nang walang mga ganon. Basta ang bigat ng pakiramdam ko. Parang lagi may nakatingin. Kahit nasa ang sulok ako ng room, ramdam ko yung presensya niya. Ramdam ko na hindi lang kami dalawa ang nasa room. May aura dun sa may altar. Alam mo yung feeling na parang wala kang privacy. Yung parang nasa bahay ka, pero hindi ka komportable kasi may bisita kayo. Gusto ko sana magpalipat ng room nun. Kaso baka ma-offend si GF kung sasabihin ko may nafe-feel ako sa altar. Catholic pa ka kasi siya that time. Saka bago pa lang kami. Kaya nag-act normal na lang ako. Nag-away pa kami nun. Nakalimutan ko na kung bakit. Nag-decide kami na magpahinga kasi gabi na din yun. Habang natutulog kami, ilang beses kami nagising dahil sa ingay sa reception area. Rinig na rinig kapag may nag-uusap. Pero dahil sa pagod, nakatulog naman kami. Tapos bigla akong ginising ni GF. 2 AM ng madaling araw. Umiiyak siya. Tapos pinilit niya akong buksan yung ilaw. Dali-dali ko naman binuksan yung ilaw. Pansin ko yung sobrang takot niya. Ayaw niya sabihin kung bakit. Pero hindi ko na siya pinilit kung ano nangyari o ano nakita niya. Natatakot din kasi ako nun. Natulog na lang ulit kami na bukas ang ilaw. Sa sobrang pagod, nakatulog naman ulit. Sobrang babaw nga lang ng tulog ko nun. Pagising-gising ako dahil sa mga nakakatakot na panaginip. Di rin kasi ako sanay matulog na bukas ang ilaw. Kinabukasan, nung huling araw namin sa vegan, kumain kami ng empanada dun sa isang restaurant. Since pauwi na kami, pinakwento ko na sa kanya kung ano nakita niya. Ito yung kwento niya. Nagising daw siya o naalimpungatan. Napadilat lang mga mata niya. Tapos may nakitang nakatayo sa tapat ko. Nasa window side ako nun. Yung ilaw sa labas lang yung liwanag ng room. Nung una, nagtaka daw siya sa nakikita niya. Akala niya nananaginip lang siya. Parang lumulutang daw papalayo yung nakatayo. Naka-long sleeve na red, checkered, tapos naka-scarf. Medyo transparent. Matangkad daw. Tapos nung tinaas niya yung tingin niya, nakita niya na walang ulo. Doon na siya nagpanik. Sa kanya ako ginising para buksan yung ilaw. Tapos parang nag-react daw yung nakita niya habang ginigising ako. Unti-unti nawala o nag-fade na parang usok nung nalaman niya na nakita siya.